All right, good morning, everyone. It's Thursday morning. I love Thursday mornings because I get to hang out with all you guys. Um, and we always learn something super cool every morning from whoever the presenter is. And you guys know it's a range of many different things. Sometimes it's a very highly paid speaker that comes in and just shares stuff with us. Sometimes it's educators, trainers, and sometimes it's other agents who are just doing a bang up job in something, and that is actually the case this week. Um, One of the agents that I work closely with, Liana Walker, uh, co-leads a team with her husband Matt Walker in Bastrop, Texas, and you guys have probably heard that. So I don't know where we left off. Bastrop, Texas. Did you guys hear me say that? Okay. So Bastrop is where SpaceX and Tesla and all those companies are building their facilities. And it's a super hot market. And Liana has done an amazing job with her Instagram. She's getting that when I first reached out to her, it's just because I saw some of the really cool videos that she was doing. And I thought, wow, those are so interesting. It's getting a lot of views. And then she invited me to come to a team meeting that she hosted. And I heard on that team meeting that Instagram is her number one lead source. And I thought, wow, okay. So we need to know what she's doing and how she's doing it. So she agreed to come here this morning and share with all of you guys how she turned Instagram into her number one lead gen. So, um, Liana, please unmute yourself and take it away, honey. I'm just going to turn the floor over to you.
Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone. I'm really excited to be here. Debbie's awesome. I'm really grateful that she invited me to be on the call with her, and I'm just gonna jump right in. If you currently use Instagram for your business, or if you have any leads, from Instagram, comment in the chat that you do, because I'm curious to know where you're all at. If you're using Instagram weekly, daily, if you've had any transactions come from Instagram, comment that in the chat because I'd love to know how that's going for you. And then I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So my name's Liana Walker. I live in Bastrop. It's outside of Austin. And Instagram is my main lead source. So I will explain how that came to be. Before real estate, my background was in advertising. I was a award-winning art director and graphic designer for a national magazine. I focused on magazines, social media, email blasts, menu company, printed mailers, user-generated content, podcasts, and more. And when I switched to real estate, I didn't really know how that was going to translate into real estate, but it's been very helpful. Just this year alone, I've had 20 transactions from Instagram alone. Instagram continues to be a very lucrative place to get clients. I created a pretty simple template to explain how I'm doing that. When you're looking at your Instagram, it's important to know that you're not measuring your view counts necessarily, or the video went viral, or how many followers you have. What you're measuring is how many clients you're actually getting. So, you want to convert your viewers into clients. You want to become hyper focused on your neighborhood, your city, and your niche. So if you work with, specifically for me, I focus on Bastrop of like, I'm the Bastrop expert. Here's all the restaurants you go to. Here's all the neighborhoods. Here's the playgrounds. Here's like just all about Bastrop. But if you focus on working with in a retirement community, or you focus on working with VA loans, you want to really be specific to who your clientele is. Um, it's not about how many followers you have, it's about converting those followers into clients. So that's the key. So this is a very simple template of what you can do in 4 easy steps. So the first thing is you really want to have very, very purposeful content. And we're going to explore a little bit, look at some examples of what that is. Um, your clients want to see houses. At the end of the day, after we look at all these different trends that we could be doing, it boils down to your clients want to see houses. They want to see local businesses and restaurants. And no offense, but they don't want to see your kids or your selfies. So it's okay to post about yourself and some pictures of your family every now and then. But your clients want to see houses. That's what they're coming to you for. So always keep that in mind when you're posting content. You want to do high quality content. So that means a high quality phone camera. You want to use a microphone that you purchase, a tripod, a gimbal. You can learn all of that from people online on YouTube, on Instagram. You can buy courses to improve in that area. Um, the quality of your video really matters. So making sure your lens is clean, the microphone is working well, and don't post things that are too stock imagey. So don't just post a very generic stock image with a very generic thing on it. That's okay to get started, but you really want to make it look more organic. And then the number three is extremely important. You want to offer your clients a free download that is high value, like high value to them. So for me, it's a moving to Bastrop guide, and I'll show you what that looks like. But for every single post, I put at the bottom of my post, comment Bastrop for my moving to Bastrop guide. And in my guide, I spent hours into creating this. You can connect with local title companies to get information from them. A lot of title companies already have guides created that you can do if you don't want to create your own. But what I have in my guide is all the neighborhoods, a map of neighborhoods, the schools, the playgrounds, the restaurants, apartment buildings. And then I also have how to buy a home, my contact information. I have information about our team. So there's just a lot in there. And I get a lot of downloads from that. So you want to offer something, whether it's like local secret to moving to Arizona, local secret to Austin, Texas, or someone on my team created a guide that's the best coffee shops in North Houston. So you want something that's very specific that people are going to want to download, and you're going to advertise that every single post. You don't have to say it in your post, but have it in your caption. That's your hook. That's your funnel. And I'll go into more details about how to do all of this. So your call to action is very important. Every single post, you need to have a call to action. What that means is you're asking your client or your future client to do something. So you're asking them to follow you for more tips about Austin, Texas. You're asking them to share this with a friend who needs to move here, tag a friend that would love this house, comment Bastrop to download my guide. So you're asking them to take an action step. That's really important. So if you have these four key elements in your posts, you've already covered 90% of the groundwork that needs to be done. I'm going to show you some examples. So every single post that you do, you want to think about your ideal client. So you're going to give them a name. Who is your ideal client? For me, I have three ideal clients. I have a buyer, I have a local influencer, and that's like maybe the Chamber of Commerce president, someone that's connected with the community that I want to be friends with and partner with. They may not become a customer, but they'll be a referral partner. And my third ideal client is other realtors that I want to attract to my brokerage or to my team. So those are my three people that I'm speaking to on my Instagram. So you're going to give them a name. My and you're going to go into who is this person? What is their family dynamics? What's their personality like? Who is your ideal person that you want to work with? What is their job? What is their income? What is their ideal home? And then every single post, you're going to imagine that you're having a private conversation directly with that person. So, Joe from California is moving to Texas to work for SpaceX. Every post that I'm posting is showing Joe and his family their neighborhood options that they could move into. So I'm going to be very specific. Here is what it looks like to live in the colony. Here's what a house looks like to live here. And so you need to continually remind yourself what they want to hear. Speak directly to them. Is this information helpful to them? Sending them footage of a home is helpful, but maybe sending them footage of your dog is not helpful. So just always keep that in mind. So my first ideal client is Sally and Sam. Their family moving to the area. They're already pre-approved. They're eager to learn. They're down to earth, easy to work with. I'm going to speak directly to them. I'm going to talk about area guidebooks like here's restaurants, here's playgrounds, here's homes and businesses. And now I will show you examples. So I have this is my neighborhood guide. It's a carousel. A carousel means it's multiple images that you like slide through. So this is a neighborhood guide for Bastrop. I created this in Canva. And this is great because this is exactly what people want to see. I get a lot of engagement on this. It just has the neighborhoods in Bastrop, and I explain what they're all about. And I have a list here in my caption. And then I have, are you thinking about moving here? I've created a free moving to Bastrop guide packed with everything you need to know. And then just comment Bastrop below and I'll send it right to you. And whenever they comment Bastrop, I do send it to them. So you can purchase a subscription to a company that will auto text them or auto message them. But unless you have hundreds of comments a week, I don't recommend paying for that because it's fairly easy to keep up and it keeps the like natural conversation between humans for me to directly message them. So anyway, this has all the information about our town. Another example is, let's go back here. This one, this is so easy. I don't know if y'all can hear this. Let me turn the sound up. But for this video, this was 10 seconds of me recording my husband at one of our listings, and this post got 70,000 views. We got 68 follows from it. Or wait, sorry. Yeah, 68 follows, and we got 128 comments of people who are interested in this home. And we sold this home from Instagram. We posted it on Instagram, we sold it on Instagram. So this was a great example. Not only did we sell this one, but we then sold the neighbor's home because the same builder had the neighbor's home. And we've actually done like over five transactions for this client after this video. So this video basically launched a lot of different transactions, and it's so simple.
Top of the world. Yeah.
That's a. Can you hear that song? It's not playing. Okay. Well, the song I'll send it in the chat. The song is just I'm on top of the world, and it has like some text or like some music, but that's it. Would you move to Bastrop, Texas if this was your house? A home and a view. And it's so simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. I'll send this in the chat right now so y'all can look at it later. Um, okay, so another example. Not every one of my videos goes viral. And by going viral, I would say this isn't going viral, but not every one of my videos gets over 5,000 views. But it doesn't need to be high view count. What we're concerned about or what we're focused on is how many clients are we getting from this video. I live in a fairly small town. We only have, in our town, we only have around 10,000. I think the population is around 10,000. And so I don't need that many followers to have a big impact on where I live. Here's another example. This is a model home. So in Texas, uh, it's different for different states, but in Texas, you're allowed to go to model homes. You're allowed to film other realtors' homes with their permission. So for this one, I just wrote, "Welcome to your new home in Bastrop, Texas. This is a model home." And then I wrote a description, "Would you live here?" Bastrop, Texas is only 40 minutes outside of Austin. And then I put a little bit about us. Comment Bastrop for our free moving to Bastrop guide. And then it's just a simple video of Matt, my husband, walking through this home. This video did really well. Um, and all I did was followed him with a iPhone and I put it to a catchy song. And that one got 56,000 views. 177 people followed me from that video. We had not 55 comments, and that's a significant amount of people who are downloading my Moving to Bastrop guide. So, another example, if you don't want to do just homes, these are the best playgrounds near Bastrop, Texas. A few short clips of a playground, and then in the description is where I have the list. I give them the playground, the address, a little description. You can really lean on ChatGPT for some of these things. And then at the end, what would you add to the list? Comment below. And we got tons of comments, lots of engagement on that one. Um, that one was 132,000 views. 268 people followed me from that video. So my next client that I speak to on my account is my locals. So I'm speaking directly to locals. These are people who might not become my clients, but they could be referrals. They could be my support in my community. So Bob and Barb from Bastrop, they love Bastrop. They love to welcome newcomers. They love to see Bastrop grow. They're a networking partner, a community member. What's their job? They're connected to the community. Maybe they're in the Chamber of Commerce. Maybe they're like for me specifically, my husband and I go to all of the local events. We're friends with the mayor, the past mayor. We're friends with the president of the chamber. We're friends with all these people because these relationships are really, really important. And a lot of them follow us on Instagram. So I post things that speak directly to them as well. So here is an example. This video got 186,000 views, and this one was a local yurt company. And it's just a simple tour of this beautiful yurt company in Bastrop. We actually did a giveaway for them. Giveaways are a great way to grow your social media. So we gave away a one night stay at this yurt company. Um, but this is speaking to locals in addition to people moving here. And then this one really speaks to locals. This is like holiday events. So Christmas is a really good time to grow your well, the holidays are a really good time to grow your social media because there's everyone's getting on social media, looking at what's happening in town. So for my captions, I have here are all the things going on in Bastrop. Like, and I did a lot of research to make sure all of this is correct. I didn't just ask ChatGPT. I went on like all of the local websites to make sure everything is correct, posted it, and people they'll see me in town and say, "Hey, I follow you because you keep up with all of the events and you tell us when things are happening." And I love to see like how you're keeping up with all that. So this is just a simple video. This footage is from a park in Bastrop, and I just have the events on here. It goes quickly, but when you're on your phone, you can pause the video and read it. Um, and so that's speaking to locals, and it's speaking to people who are moving to the area. And that one did really well. My third ideal client is realtors who are looking for a new team or new brokerage. So, Melissa, the moneymaker, she loves to work hard. She's a go-getter, an entrepreneur, a team player, positive attitude. What's her job? She's in real estate and she's willing to learn and grow. And for these posts, I speak directly to her. I share things about my brokerage, about my team, what it's like being a realtor. Here's an example. This is just a fun little video that my team made.
Rob,
You can't hear the song, unfortunately, but
making it real.
I wish you could hear the song. It's Rob the Jewelry Store and Tell Them to Make Me a Grill is the song. So I'll send you in the chat so y'all can watch it. It's better with the music. But in this one, I said, now seeking agents in Bastrop, talked all about our brokerage, why we love it. Reach out to us if you want to know more, our contact information. So for that tier, I've got a post about our conference, and then this was another team video that we did. So those are my three tiers that I focus on. Let's see here. Go to the chat. Okay, so now what tools do I use? I use Instagram. So I have Instagram on my phone and on my computer. I use CapCut to edit my videos. There's a mobile CapCut version and there's a desktop version. I love using the desktop one. It is so much easier, and you have more tools that you can use on the desktop. Um, there's templates that if you're just getting started, there's CapCut templates that are super easy, and I'll show you that. You just upload your footage, put it in a template, and it automatically syncs it to a catchy song. And if you connect your YouTube and your TikTok account to CapCut, it will automatically post your edited video right from CapCut into YouTube and TikTok, which is what I do because it saves time and it automatically posts it for me. Um, for TikTok, I don't have TikTok on my phone. I just post from my desktop for security reasons. The other tools I use is Canva. So Canva is where you're going to create your free guide, and any of the carousel posts, neighborhood guides, that sort of thing you'll use on Canva for. You're going to want a link tree or a stand store. A link tree is I'll show you what that is. But a link tree is basically a website, and you put that in your bio, and it has all your links in it. So, okay, so I'll show you what that is right now. Let's go back to. Okay, so on my Instagram account, you go to my profile. Here's I use Standstore, but Standstore costs money. Linktree is free. Essentially, they're the same. This is what it is. The reason why I use Standstore is because I'm selling downloads as well. If you're not selling anything, then you don't need to pay it. So we have our main website here. We have a podcast. We have my Moving to Bastrop guide. So if they want to download the Moving to Bastrop guide, they need to put their information in here. That is very important. I'm not just giving this away with no follow-up. I am also getting their name, their email, their phone number. So they have to enter this in. It's super easy. And then they get the guide for free. So I can show you what that looks like. Let's see here, listen. All right, here's my guide. So this needs updated because we have new neighborhoods since I even updated this last. But saddle up, you're moving to Bastrop, Texas. I created this in Canva. I have a picture of my husband and me, our contact information. We now have a team of 6, so I need to update it and put more team members in there. About us, reviews. Here's a map of Bastrop and the different neighborhoods. I have a list describing the neighborhoods. And then if they need transportation, um, a lot of people are moving here for SpaceX. The X Twitter headquarters is also here now, and the Boring Company and Tesla, and pretty much Elon Musk, all things Elon Musk. So a lot of them are moving from out of state. So I really am speaking to them. That's who I'm thinking of when I'm creating this. Of they want to know transportation, They want to know how to buy a house. So I have this step-by-step guide, super simple. And then if they're renting, we work with a lot of renters because when they're moving here from out of state, they might not be ready to buy right away, which is totally fine, makes complete sense. So we help them with rentals as well and get them prepared to buy maybe in a couple months or in a year. Um, I have just some information about me and my background. I have some information about my husband. Last night on our team call, we all as a team talked about redoing this guide to include a page for each of the realtors on my team so someone can choose who they want to work with on our team. I have the history of Bastrop, just like really lean into ChatGPT for this and then just fact check it because ChatGPT is not perfect. Restaurants, I included all of our favorite restaurants, playgrounds and parks, local school information. We don't talk about the quality of the school, but I'll just give the facts. Here's the school options. And then follow us, giving them a call to action at the end of this. So I'm not going to just leave them. I'm going to say, okay, here's your call to action. Follow us on social media. I have the QR codes for where they could follow us.
Miss Leanna, are you able to send us a copy of this as we want to just have a guidance? Um,
Yes, I can send like a template. Once I finish the presentation, I'll put it in the chat, like a template that you can use, a Canva
okay.
template. So the other thing is, okay, so your link tree, let's go back to link tree. Uh, this is Stanstore, but link tree is basically the same. So you definitely want to have that. And you're going to put that in your bio. It also has like our website and other things. And then Canva. Hopefully, most people know what Canva is. If you don't, I recommend introducing yourself to Canva. It's basically this is Canva. What you're looking at right now, where my presentation is, this is Canva website. And then CapCut, desktop. This is what it looks like. You can see I have got lots of videos. It's super easy to create a project. Templates. Here are templates. You can pick one that you like. I wish that you could hear that music. You can't hear music at all. Okay. Well, you just pick one of these templates. Let's say it's this one. Click Use Template. If you have a Mac, you can just airdrop all of your phone content directly to your Mac. It's super easy. If you have an iPhone and you're trying to figure out how to make your business more streamlined in this area, getting a Mac laptop, you can airdrop it directly here. You bring your videos right into here. Show you an example. Okay, here's an example. This is some footage my husband got of um, a bridge in our town. So this is just a quick example, but you can upload your own videos in there. Super easy. If you're getting started, that's like the easiest way. Then when you go to export, you save it and it automatically will go to your YouTube and your TikTok. So I usually do that. You can type Bastrop guide and then something about Bastrop here. And then you share it and it automatically goes to your YouTube and your TikTok. And then you airdrop this video to your phone and you post it on your Instagram. And then after you post it on your Instagram, you connect your Instagram to Facebook, so it automatically goes from Instagram to Facebook. So just streamlining the whole process. Um, there are some really amazing CapCut tutorials that I recommend. There's a guy named Tyler that has a good CapCut tutorial. I'll send that in the chat as well. Make a note here. So yeah, all of these things, if this interests you, I recommend just really learning, Googling like CapCut tutorials. Most of this is on YouTube for free. I also included this information. You should be telling every single person in your life should know that you are a realtor. So here's an example of a text message that I sent with a link to my Instagram. So I'm always sharing my Instagram. It's on my business cards. It's on anytime someone's like interested in doing business with me, whether they use Instagram or not, I send them Instagram, Facebook, multiple ways to find us. So every person in your life should know that you're a realtor. Send your social media to them. Iron sharpens iron, so we sharpen one another, which is exactly what this call is. We are sharpening each other like knives. Um, and do not despise these small beginnings because small beginnings is very exciting. So I just want to encourage you all with that.
Deanna, I've got a
Next,
question, if I may.
yeah, perfect.
How do you have a staff that does all this, or do you find time to do all this creation, all this artwork, all this copy work, and yet still work with people and sell real estate? I mean, I I try very, very hard to do what I do, and I have a very difficult time trying to divide my time between what I'm going to spend on marketing and what I'm going to spend actually selling houses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it? How do you have a staff?
So I don't have staff. Here, let me sorry, one second. Stop sharing my screen here for a second. So what I'll say about that is not every lead source is for everybody. So you definitely want to find the lead source that is natural to you, that works best for you. For me, I grew up learning these skills. This my background was in advertising, so it was easy for me to do. When I first started my social media, I would spend like a Saturday, maybe 3 hours on a Saturday, go film model homes with my husband or just by myself. And of course, with permission from the people who own those homes, just film a walkthrough with my phone. And before I got into streamlining it, I would just post it directly from my phone with a caption. So you can just start small. If this feels overwhelming, you can start small, but what I also want to say is this lead source might not be for everybody. So don't feel like you have to do this lead source if this feels totally out of your wheelhouse. Um, but what I have done over the years, it's trial and error. Sometimes I've hired people to help me edit videos. Sometimes I've hired people to help me film videos. Sometimes I I'm trying to think. Like sometimes I'm in the video, sometimes my husband's in the video. So what you could do is you can hire a videographer if that sounds easier or better for you. You just have to budget for that. It can range anywhere from $150 to the moon, depending on which videographer you're hiring. So over the past few years, I have found that I usually can just do it myself. So my husband and I actually started a drone company because we felt like the drone footage we did ourselves was better and worth a better return on our investment to do it ourselves. So I just feel like for me, I'm just naturally creative and I love advertising. And so it's just easy for me to do this. It also helps that I work with my husband. So I do more of the advertising social media and he does more of like going through the contracts. But I still do meet with my clients. I still follow up with them. So, um, yeah, I would say it's just something that I've done for so long that it's just really easy for me to do at this point. But yeah.
Okay,
You can
thank you.
start really small. You don't have to do a full production on every social media. You can start really small with just a walkthrough video.
Is there any reason a VA can't help do all this?
They definitely can. Yeah, a virtual assistant can 100% help with this for sure.
Jackie, your hand is up.
Liana, I didn't even know all this about you, and I can't believe it. But I'm so excited. It's amazing. You're amazing. You're Superwoman. So,
Oh,
and Liana has two small children, by the way. So I don't know how she does it all, but I would love for you to tell us what would be an easy, tasks to start with when we're kind of like overwhelmed with like, oh, I don't know if I can do it all. Like, is there something you could tell us to start with, maybe the first week, the second week, just so people can get started and feel like they're doing something?
yes. So my suggestion would be if your state allows for it, film a model home. So reach out to a model home, ask them if that's allowed. If that's not allowed, connect with a realtor or someone on your team or one of your own listings. With your phone, film a walkthrough video and then post it on your Instagram. Add music from Instagram. You can Google how do I add music from Instagram. Um, it's easier than it might sound. If this sounds overwhelming, it is easier than it sounds. Just film the video, put it on your Instagram, and for your caption, just say the easiest way if you don't have a magazine, just say text me or call me. Here's my phone number. That's their call to action. So I feel like that's the easiest way to get started. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful.
So thank you.
Definitely. Jose,
When did you choose Instagram or Facebook?
Jose, you were really muffled. I think you asked something about Facebook, but can you try?
Let me take my blood draw.
Can you hear me better now?
Much.
Okay. Why did you choose Instagram over Facebook? Because I use Facebook more than I use Instagram.
So all of my Instagram posts, they also go on Facebook. For me, I get more leads from Instagram. I think that's where my clientele is, but I do have people on my team and lots of other people. Walter's on the call. His main thing would be Facebook, I would say. So lots of people do Facebook. I also do Facebook. I would say that's a whole nother conversation. But
Because
yeah,
everything I post on Facebook automatically posts to my Instagram.
are you asking?
No, no, no. I'm saying everything that I post on my Facebook automatically posts to my Instagram.
That's great.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
you can do the same thing the other way around, and I think that's what Liana is saying she does.
okay?
Yep.
Tushar.
Hi, good morning, Liana ma'am. I think second time you came. First time I remember, a few months back you came on same community. My question is like, you basically focused on one small town about real estate, and some of your videos are gone viral. But I'm quite amazed that how you can convert the people, because I do have lot of influencers as a real estate agents, but they have a lot of scrap followers where they don't take any action. But you are able to convert the people. You have very super targeting audience that is seeing your videos and contacting you. So how are you able to achieve it? It's really amazing.
Thank you.
Excellent. Peggy.
I'm just curious, how often do you post? Is
So
it daily or?
currently my team is doing like a 30-day post challenge where we're trying to post every day. I haven't posted, so I don't only do videos, I also do like just sold, just listed.
Mhm.
Um, this week I've posted probably 4 days of the week. So I don't post every single day, but I do try to post as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard often that, too much posting tends to overwhelm too. So I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, currently my where I'm at with my account is I'm trying to post as much as possible. That's where I'm
Oh,
currently at with my.
okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys. That was the last person that had their hand up. So we're gonna go into
Can I
breakout
ask a
room.
question?
Yes.
Okay. So, kind of a little piggyback on what that other gentleman was saying regarding how are you getting, um, it seems like you really more hone in to like a niche area. And I hear a lot of that, that it seems that that seems to be working or works more to get people and leads versus an agent that's kind of all over the place, which is moi. I'm one of those. So, and then also what I'm curious about is I tend to have followers, a lot of agents that are followers on my Instagram page. Obviously, I've have followed agents too. So I'm seeing more that on my feeds, more agents than I do consumers. I hope you understand what I'm kind of saying. So, like, how do I? So, what I've been trying to do is go to, let's say, my city and going to different businesses within that city and then going to their followers and trying to follow them and or comment and things like that so that way I can have more see more of those people on my feed, but I still see a lot more realtors. Is it because I keep also looking at other realtor stuff on Instagram and somehow that algorithm keeps just throwing them at me instead of consumers in my cities that I want to focus on?
Yeah, it could be the algorithm. It could be like just trying to post more very specific local events. Like for falls coming up, you could post like, here are the fall events in your city. So you're trying to speak more directly to like not realtors. So yeah, we definitely want to try to mix it up. So not just houses, because I feel like then we're only going to get realtors. So we want to mix it up a little bit of like, here's my favorite restaurant in town. One of the best ways that I feel like my secret is giveaways. If you can give away a gift card to the best restaurant in town, that is going to get you followers and it's going to get you the people that you want to follow you. So look into doing giveaways. But yeah, I would say just play around with the algorithm, what you're posting. Go to accounts like the Chamber of Commerce for your town and follow all the people that follow the Chamber of Commerce. Um, yeah, so you just kind of have to play around with it until you're customizing kind of your algorithm a little bit.
And do you always put location on every post?
Yes. Every post where it says location, like when you're filling out your post, it'll say location. I always put Bastrop, always. The only time I don't is if for some reason I'm featuring Austin, then I'll put Austin or something.
Mhm. Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Excellent, James.
Uh, when you're post, is there like a master plan as for what time do you post to try to have the greatest engagement? Like, say you post at 8, then you post at 11, then at 1, because people when they're waking up or lunchtime or after they get off of work, is there like
Hmm.
a method you use for posting?
Yes. So, usually, so you can schedule out your posts. And so if I create like 4 videos, I can go on Instagram and schedule them out so that I don't have to actually go on every day. And I usually, research shows that the best time to post is first thing in the morning, like 5 a.m. So I'll schedule my post to go out at 5 a.m. However, on my Instagram tells me, like, they'll give me feedback and they'll say, people are on my Instagram from 6 to 8 p.m. So I usually kind of play with like if it's going in the morning, I'll put some in the morning, first thing in the morning. I'll put some in the evening. Personally, I see that I get the most engagement Friday through Sunday evening. That's when most people are on Instagram when they're relaxing, they're not working. But I would say the simplest answer is post when you are ready to post. It's better to post than to be perfect. Just done is better than perfect. That's the motto. So If you want to fine tune it into when to post and all that, you can definitely fine tune it. But just getting the post out there is better than nothing at any time.
Great, thanks. Ursula? Ursula?
Yes. I have a question. So you're not adding the physical address of the home, you're just adding the address, I mean the area that's in. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so like where it says location, I'm not putting the location. I'm putting Bastrop so that on a broader scale, all of Bastrop will see that. But in the post itself, if I'm selling a house, I could put the listing in the description or like on the image itself, the address, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
tag the address like in the where it
Okay.
says. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not saying like Bastrop in southeast area, northeast area, or whatever. You're just, just plainly just putting Bastrop and that's it.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And Bastrop is a small enough town that she doesn't need to say, the northeast side. It's not like Houston or Dallas where there's like all kinds of cities on top of each other. So, Monia, did you have a question?
Yes. Sorry, my camera can be on. I don't know, it's not working. Um, so would the same idea work for I guess a county if you did county instead of a city? Because my city is pretty, there's nothing going on. So anything that, the neighboring town usually tend to have, activities, but not necessarily where I live. So how would you handle that?
Yeah, you could do county, like Bastrop County, or where do you live? What state are
In New
you in?
Jersey, I'm in New Jersey, Springfield, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you could put like your county, a broader area. If Bastrop was like totally off the map, I would probably focus on Austin, like because that's the biggest city close to me. So yeah, you just kind of have to play around with it.
Mm. Okay.
Excellent. All right, you guys. Oh,
Hey,
sorry, Monia,
Debbie.
more
Debbie, we have
questions.
some questions in the chat. So
Okay, perfect.
Karen Teresa Coney Copland has a question. Can you unmute, Karen?
Yes, I was trying to raise my hand and I couldn't find the right bar.
Okay, I
This has been
gotcha. I saw
really
you.
thank you. This is really a great session. I'm going to jump onto Instagram and follow you everywhere, Liana. This has been so helpful. I do have a question. I love working with sellers and you had excellent target clients and contacts. Is there one piece of advice you give for us people that are trying to connect with sellers through these methods?
Yeah, you can do, I work with a lot of sellers as well. So like if you sold a home, you can make a post that's like, here's what I did to get this home sold. You can make a video of your sold home and put the caption over it, like, here's how I sold this house. Um, I have some examples. If you send me a message on Instagram, I can send you like examples. But yeah, absolutely. You can customize it to here's what I do for sellers.
Thank you so
Okay, and
much.
a couple of
I
people are
will
asking.
send you a DM.
A couple of people are asking about the recording, and I put my contact information in the chat earlier. I'm working on doing it again right now because this will be up on our YouTube channel probably by tomorrow at the latest. And you'll be able to see the recording there. And so there we go. I just posted it again. If you go to where it says subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get the subscription. And if you turn the notifications on, you'll get notified every time a new video is posted, which is typically on every Friday, because sometimes it happens on Thursday. Depends on how crazy busy I have my VA. But we are at the top of the hour. Is there any last question before I give you guys back the rest of your day?
I just make sure that, Liana, can you put your contact information in the chat so everybody has that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm sure you're going to get inundated with a lot of friend requests or whatever you call it in Instagram. I don't know.
That's okay. Maybe they know someone in Bastrop, Austin who wants to buy or sell a house and they can send Liana a referral. Or maybe they know an agent in that area who would like to join Liana's team. I mean, um, definitely ways Liana can benefit from being here today, on top of the fact that she is so amazing with sharing all of this information for us. And I do agree with her, iron sharpens iron. Certainly, that's what we're all doing here. We're all sharing a little bit of wisdom that we have and helping each other grow. So, I am going to give you back your day. Liana, thank you so much for being here and sharing with us. I think we all learned a ton. We didn't get to breakout rooms, but it's because the information was so cool and engaging. So hopefully you'll forgive me for that this week for not getting into breakout rooms. Come back next week. We'll get into breakout rooms next week, I promise. So, see you guys all next week. Thanks, Liana, again, and everyone for all your questions. And Jocelyn is here. I know I saw her. There she is. If you are on your phone and cannot download the chat, Jocelyn will send it to you if you put your email in the chat and say that you need the chat. She's volunteered to send that to anyone. She's done it in the past, and now I just volunteer her because Danny's no longer here. I don't know what happened to him. Anyhow, so Jocelyn has stepped up to be our chat master. Stephanie, I see you put it in there that you need it. Please make sure you also include your email address so she knows where to send it to. All right, you guys, we will see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you so much.